in future.
A few questions about the system prompt, which is, in our case in Claude.ai, we give the model a set of instructions that give it sort of an overall context for how it should behave. Tommy asks, why is there continental philosophy in the system prompt? And just explain to us what that is.
Yeah, so continental philosophy is just, literally philosophy from the European continent. And so I guess it's seen as kind of like, it's often more kind of like scholarly. It has like a lot more kind of like historical references within it than, say, like analytic philosophy does.
Like Foucault or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So this was honestly, so I think that it has other things in addition to continental philosophy.
Right.
But basically, I think there's a part of the system prompt, and I hope I'm not misremembering, that was trying to get Claude to be a little bit more, like Claude would just like love to, if you gave Claude a theory, it would just love to run with the theory and not really stop and think like, oh, are you making like a scientific claim about the world? So if you're like, I have this theory, which is that like, that water is actually pure energy, and that like we are getting the life force from water when we drink it, and that like fountains are the thing that we should be putting everywhere. Just like and you kind of want Claude to just have this perspective, which is like, is it the case that this person's making a kind of scientific claim about the world where I should maybe bring in relevant facts, or are they giving me a kind of like broad like worldview or perspective, which isn't necessarily making empirical claims? And so there's all of these views, so is it just like a kind of like metaphysical view, or is it like and so the main reason that it's mentioned is that like when testing this out, there was lots of things that if it went too strongly in the direction of being like, well, every claim is an empirical claim about the world, it would be very dismissive of like just things that are more like exploratory thinking.
I'm to talk to.
Yeah, and so it's mostly just like, hey, like it's just illustrative examples of areas where it's like, this might not be making empirical claims about the world. This might be much more like a lens through which to think about it, and just try to make that distinction clear when you're thinking through this.